Hi guys, and welcome to Lauren's Bliss Yoga. This is going to be a quick tutorial for Sun Salutation B. So if we start at the front of the mat, you can have your feet hip distance if it makes it easier for you, or you can have the feet together. Starting by grounding down into all four corners of the feet, making sure we're not locking the knees, slight micro bend that might not be perceivable to the eye. Engage in the quads, the kneecaps might lift slightly, tailbone is pointing down, belly pulls in as we engage the abdomen, shoulders roll back and down, arms down besides the body, and the neck is long, crown of the head reaching up. This is the starting position. So from here, inhaling as we bend into the knees, sink into the hips, and lift the arms up overhead. So you want to look down and see if you can slightly see the toes and sink a little bit more into your hips for chair. And from this position, we exhale, start to fold forward. Bringing the hands down onto the shins, or you can bring them down onto the floor. Inhale as you lift to a flat back. Again, the hands can stay down or they can come up onto the thighs as long as you are lengthening the spine and the crown of the head forward. Exhale, you can either step back or jump to plank. So if we step, we're placing the hands down, stepping one leg back and then the other. If we want to jump back, our hands are down on the ground. We shift the weight into the hands. And we can bend into the knees and jump back. Or we can try to do a straight leg jump back, where we're shifting the weight forward into the hands, coming onto the toes, and seeing if we can lift and push the legs back as straight as we can. And from here, we're going to exhale as we lower down into chaturanga. So shifting forward onto the balls of the foot, lowering the arms down, bending into the arms, keeping the elbows in, pushing through the heels. And then inhaling as you roll over the feet, gliding into upward dog, pushing the hands into the ground so we're not sinking into our shoulders. The hands are pushed down so the shoulders are down away from the ears and the thighs are lifted off the ground. It's just the tops of the feet down, and we're pushing the bum down as well, engaging the glutes. And as we exhale, we're going to tuck the chin down, engage the abdomen, push into the hands, lift the hips for downward dog, roll over the feet. From here, we're going to turn the left foot slightly 45 degrees to set up for warrior one. And inhale as the right foot comes forward in between the hands. And then we're going to lift the torso and the arms up overhead. So we're bending into the knees over the ankle. And we're keeping our back leg engaged and pulling that left hip forward and the right hip back. Reaching the arms up overhead, maybe lifting our gaze. And from here, we exhale. And we're going to come back down, placing the hands onto the mat, stepping back into your high plank, shifting onto the ball of the foot, exhaling, lowering down to chaturanga, inhaling, upward dog, exhaling for downward dog. And then we're going to come onto warrior one on the other side. So turning now the right foot 45 degrees, inhaling, stepping the left foot in between the hands, rising on that same inhale, bringing the hands up overhead, bending into the knee, pulling that right hip now forward and the left hip back. So the hips are in a neutral position. And maybe lifting our gaze. From here, we're exhaling, bringing the hands back down into high plank, shifting forward and lowering down into chaturanga. Trying to do that in one exhale. And then inhaling as you glide forward into upward dog. Exhale as you push back to downward dog. Now you would hold this position for 3 to 5 breaths. And from here, you can step or jump forward again. So jumping would be inhaling, inhaling, coming onto the ball of the foot, bending into the knees, and then you're going to shift the weight forward and try and float the legs forward. And you're going to land in a halfway lift. If you step forward, same thing. One foot forward, then the other, and you're landing in that halfway lift. You can bring the hands up if you wish. And from our halfway lift, we're going to exhale, fold down into the forward fold. And inhale as we start to sink into the hips, bending into the knees, lifting the arms up for chair, lifting our gaze. And exhale, straightening the legs and letting the arms come down besides the body. So I hope you enjoyed that quick tutorial. Thank you for watching.